Great, I'm up. So welcome at ICME. Always really fun to welcome people for these events. This is we have quarterly events. Every quarter we do something, and this is one of my favorite ones because we get to hear about research from colleagues. So I'm here with Gianluca, and I just want to acknowledge him. Gianluca Iacarino here, who's my incredible co-director, and we had a lot of fun this year. For those of you who are new to ICME, and I know there are a couple of them, I just want to let you know what we do, so you can decide whether or not you want to stay for the rest of the day. Okay, so are you in the right room? You are in the room of an institute that does really three things. So we do a lot of research, and in this research we're designing mathematical and computational tools to help solve pretty complex problems. But the emphasis is really on the design and on the mathematical computational content of this. We advance disciplinary fields by helping those disciplinary fields to upgrade their computational approaches and improve computational approaches, and that is incredibly exciting for us. So very often we have PhD students who are trained in strong mathematical foundations and computational foundations, who then go and work with teams in, say, mechanical engineering or biology or in the School of Medicine, and help that particular team implement and develop better algorithms for their particular application. And then we do a lot of training too. So we are an institute that grants degrees, master's and PhD, and we do a lot of research with those students as well, but we train. We have over 50 courses that we offer at the university, and that goes from the undergraduate courses all the way up to the PhD level. So here's a little bit in numbers and pictures of our affiliated faculty, including our most recent one, Ali Mani, who is also here, sitting right here in the audience. So here it gives you just some idea of how many people are involved with us. We're working really closely with many places on campus, and so here's a map of campus, and we are just sort of where the E is in engineering, the N and the E in engineering, that's us. That's where we're sitting right now. So we have really strong connections with the math department and with statistics. We have pretty strong connections with natural science and earth sciences, of course, very strong connections with engineering. And then we actually connected to every school on campus, and a total of 20 departments, but some of these connections are stronger than others. But if you think about what sort of research we do, you will see this also reflected in the posters. We're everywhere, you know, from optimization to computational fluid dynamics, computational surgery, you name it. There's a whole list of topics that we do. Basically everything that needs knowledge of mathematics, that needs knowledge of computational algorithms, that is where we operate. We have a PhD program, we have 5 master's tracks, and as I said before, the profile of our students is students that are very literate and very knowledgeable about math and stats, and that have an interest in applications. Our students go to many different places. PhD students go to academia, which is really nice. We've been very lucky. Well, not lucky. They train very hard for that. But we've placed a lot of people at good universities around the world. And we also have a fair number of students go to industry, and that of course brings us to these industrial or external partner connections, and just a small update of the companies that are currently working with us in the external partners program, so expertly led by Karen. And with these partners we do all sorts of things. We have events around recruiting, we do research, we help design curriculum. We look at trends in the field, like the workshops this morning were a fantastic example of that. And also we have external partners helping out and involved with our facilities. I wanted to also give some sense of other things that we do in ICME. So here are some of our upcoming events. And let me just point out the workshops that we're going to have and the short courses in mid-August. That's the week, if I am correct, of August 17th, somewhere around that time, third week of August. And we'll have workshops in machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, optimization, data visualization, a couple of de-rusting workshops. So if you say, I'd really like to know more about machine learning, but my matrix algebra, it's a little bit rusty, then you can come and take a workshop from me for a day, which I call the WD-40 on linear algebra to help you de-rust. We also have a WD-40 course on statistics, and we'll have a Python course as well. So we'll advertise this broadly, but for those of you from external partners, this may be of much interest. So today we have a wonderful program with many speakers from ICME and also guests, so affiliated, and I'm sorry about the misalignment there. But we have Aaron Sitford come in. He's the next speaker up from Management Science and Engineering. And Aaron came here last year. And he works in optimization. He works in numerical linear algebra. He works in graph theory. He's fantastic in all sorts of different aspects. Has immediately jumped in and is actually already advising ICME students. And he's a wonderful asset. Then we have Ali Mani come in, who I mentioned before. And he's in mechanical engineering. So very different area of research, simulation. Sometimes when we talk about ICME, the focus is very often on data-driven research, and of course, because a lot of what we do is data-driven, so data science is a big part of what we do in ICME, but we also do things like simulation, and Ali Mani is the personification of that. He does really complex multi-physics, really complex physical systems, and he develops numerical methods for them. He also analyzes data coming out of them, and he's a real big driver in that in ME. Then we have Ken today, Ken Jung from the School of Medicine. He works on biomedical data, which is going to be really interesting. Mary Wooders is coming in. She's a new faculty member with also affiliated with ICME, working in algorithms, and theoretical computer science, and a lot of these algorithms have applications in data science, and so I'm sure that's one of the things we'll be talking about today, so it's very exciting. Amin Sabiri coming in, who works in graph theory, in optimization, in data science related areas, but also runs a startup called NovaEd, which looks at collaborative learning and does analysis on that. And then Amir Samir comes in from computer science. He works on vision with people there. And that will be, I'm sure, very exciting. And then the end of the afternoon is Michael Kochendorfer, who works in aeronautics and astronautics. And he is a person who likes thinking about control and optimization problems for all sorts of systems in aeroastro, including, for example, autonomous air vehicles and how they could be controlled and operated. So you can tell from this that just like ICME, it's all over the place. We're looking at applications, we're looking at more theoretical work, data science work, simulation work, and that's a really nice representation of what we actually do in ICME. So hopefully by the end of the talks, you have a really nice idea of the breadth of work that's done here. And then afterwards, you can add to that by looking at the posters. I'll be around the whole afternoon, so if you want to chat with me or Karen about anything to do with ICME or with Gianluca, you can find us. And Gianluca, do you want to add anything?
Not really.
No, not really. Ready to go. Okay, great. So why don't I invite Aaron up, right?
Yeah.